Hi everyone, welcome once again. In this video, I'm going to walk you through AWS Security Group. Again, we've done a full video on AWS VPC, so this is in line with that video. Okay, so security group, so we call this like a firewall, okay, around your AWS resources, such as your databases, your EC2 instances. So remember, this is like a firewall which sits around your resources, right? What does it do, right? What it does is it controls the inbound and then the outbound traffic. Basically, it's going to allow or deny, the traffic going to and from your resources. So it's at the resource level. Okay. So when you allowed, let's say, an inbound port to your resource, it will have what we call automatic response out. So in this case, we will say that security group is what we call stateful. Okay, it is stateful because when you allow it in, the return traffic is automatically allowed out. Okay, so what it does is it uses what you call rules. Okay, so it's a rule based, not policy. You don't set policy, you set rules. You say, right, this source IP on this port is allowed or denied to come in by using the rules. Okay, and what we'll do is we will attach it to what we call like a network interface, okay, on your resources. So with no much talk, let me quickly log into the console and then we will take it from there. Remember, what we are going to do is to control who has access to our resource based on the traffic that are coming in and out. Okay, right, let's quickly switch into the console and create security group. What is happening? Our scenario here is we have a resource already running, EC2. Okay, right, this EC2, we want to control the traffic going in and out. We want to, let's say, allow a port, let's say a source IP address, and then a port to this EC2 instance. It doesn't have, let's say, security group that we want. We need to create one. So first of all, let's look at, let me cancel that quickly, and let me go to so security groups comes under VPC. So on the left hand side, you see VPC and then security group. Okay. So what we're going to do is we create security group and attach it to our already run EC2 instance. Okay. So what we need to do is to go create security group. Okay. You give it a name. Let's say, test SG. Okay. Test security group. You can describe it. Okay, allowed access to, let's say, IP range or something. Yeah. Right, what VPC? Remember, it works around VPC, so you are controlling the traffic around your resource within your VPC. In this case, you have to choose your VPC. If you don't, this default VPC will be selected, but we have our own VPC that we created during our VPC creation. If you love to watch the video, so the link will be in this video. You can go back and watch the VPC creation. Let's select the one we have. Right, the inbound rule, like I said, it uses rules so to determine what is allowed in, and this is what we call stateful. By that, whatever you allow in will automatically go out. Okay, so the outbound, we will not do anything. Okay, we can leave the outbound the way it is. What we are interested is to add rules for inbound. Right, so you choose what we call the type. Okay, what type of rules do you want to pick? Okay, so here we have your let's say your custom TCP, which actually protocol you're going to select. Okay, so let's say you want to allow, in this scenario we want to allow what we call HTTPS. Where is it? HTTPS. Okay, watch this. Once you select HTTPS, the type of protocol, okay, it will automatically be selected. This is TCP, okay, and then the port will be automatically selected. So this HTTPS, okay, will have a port that is listening on. So when you call HTTPS, it's listening on port 44 free. Okay, if you pick, okay, we will do another rules anyway. So this is the port for HTTPS, okay, and the source, where do you want this IP or whatever you want to have access to your instance coming from. So the source, is it coming from, any IP or specific IP range? If you know the IP, you can put it here. Okay, so let's say we want to allow a database. We have a database that we created security group. We can select it. Okay, that's the custom, or you can choose, let's say, specific IP range. Is it any IP range? Okay, that is all IP. Okay, you allow everybody on the internet to have. So you don't do that. Okay, you need to zero it down to your custom, and you don't normally do your IP unless you are doing your own learning. You can set it to your own IP. Normally custom, and then you pick what range, okay, you want the traffic to come in. Okay, for example, if you want a specific IP or a source, like there's another security group to have access, you can pick that. Okay, let's pick the bastion. Actually, let's pick the database. So this is the source is coming from this place. The database will be able to connect to that, and you give it a description. Okay, so allow, so database access or something. Yeah, let's put something there. Okay, so it's normally with the security group, it's normally decent to put a description there so you know what it's about. Sometime when you are working around and you see it's blank, you think, what is coming in here? You cannot just guess by that. Okay, so it's advisable, it's decent to put some description there. Okay, so that's it. So these are all rules. We can set another one and say, okay, we are going to allow HTTP. Where's HTTP? Again, automatic, it will set to TCP, sorry, port 80. Custom, where do you want it? Okay, if you want to pick a specific CIDR, let's say this CIDR range. Okay, that's fine. Again, you can say allow, uh, let's say dev, actually let's do dev team access. Maybe this is the range they are in. Okay, and let's do one more, SSH. Automatic is port 22. I will explain in a different video about what is protocol and what is IP and so on and so forth. So here again we can pick SSH. Okay, we know SSH port 22, but from where? Who is going to have SSH? Okay, so you can pick a specific IP range. Okay, if you want to do from your own machine for testing purposes, this is your IP. Okay, this will be your IP. So for example, let's pick custom, and then you pick specific range if you want to. Okay, if you pick 00 means everyone. Okay, you don't do that. Yeah, so specific range, let's pick, let's say /24. Yeah, the outbound, you leave it the way it is. So the traffic you allow in, these ones will automatically go out. It means every traffic is allowed out. That is what we say, this is what we call stateful. Yeah, the rest is great. Security group created. Okay, so that is it. Right, that is, we got the outbound rules. Remember, this is firewall is going to allow traffic in and out. Now what next? If you want to attach it to an instance, okay, you find the instance and then you attach it. Let's do it. We have an instance running. Okay, let's go to my EC2 quickly. Open this tab, come in here. Okay, where is this? Right, so what this does is when, okay, let's go and create that. Okay, create that. We are not creating, actually, let's attach. Come in here, click on that. Come on. Right, So here you can see security. Okay, we have an existing security group already attached. How do you attach another one? That's the question. And this is what we are here to do. So here you go to the top right corner. Okay, where is it? Let's click onto that. Let's click onto the instance itself. So you click into the instance, top right corner, you go to action, okay, and you look for security and you say change security, okay, and then you find the security group you want. We did the test SG, you pick that one, and what you do is to add. You see it will be added here alongside the Bastion SG. So we're done, and then you save. Okay. So now this security group is attached to the instance. Okay, so if you go to security, now you got two security group attached to the instance. Okay, remember on a higher level, security group will be around the resource. Okay, it's what we call the network interface. So I'll quickly Google what's the network interface just to show you. It's like a firewall basically is going to allow traffic. Basically, this is your NIC card. Okay, the interface, the point at which traffic is controlled to your resource. Okay, just to show you. So here too, this is the virtual network. Here, how do you say on the EC2 network interface? This one, yeah. If you go to network interface, so this network interface, okay, can you see we got the security group? Yeah. So the security group, remember, is attached to the network interface, and then it covers around your resources. Okay, this is what we have, and this is virtual network. So in a physical place, on your physical servers, you will have something like that. Okay, your network interface, this interface. Yeah. Okay, basically that's what I'm trying to show you here, and this is what the security group is attached to your network interface. Are we happy so far? Okay, right. I hope this helped. And if you want to delete your security group, again, it's nice and easy to delete it. Where do we go? Okay, let me go back to my instance. Okay, that's the security group we have. If you want to delete it, go to your security group. Okay, you look for the one you want to delete, the test one. So probably, let's see, action, and then you delete. Okay, can you see it's still associated in the interface because the instance is there and it's still associated with the interface? We cannot delete it. We need to deassociate it and delete it. I don't want to waste my time on this. Our main concept is to create security group and attach it. I want to keep the instance running to that, and I will not delete this for now. I hope this helped. I'll see you in our next video. Happy learning. Bye bye.